It is good, it's your boy Ty back here with another video. And in this video today, guys, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be building a squad if you had 1 million MT. So if you had exactly 1 million MT, what is the best squad that you could possibly assemble? Now, I went back and forth on a couple of different things. I tried out some different lineups. I went back. Literally took probably 30 minutes to actually come up with the final lineup I wanted to run, just because I was crunching numbers saying, okay, what is the best value I could get? And this is ultimately what I came up with. So a lot of these are personal preference players. A lot of these are cards, that aren't even that good for their value, and I'll expand on them. But this is the best squad I think you could assemble right now for 1 million MT. As we dive into it, guys, you're new to the channel, make sure to smash that subscribe button. We're on the road towards 130,000 subscribers. We're going to start off with Kade Cunningham. Now, I know a lot of people are so fascinated by what, I got 5 pink diamonds on my team. I got 3 diamonds on my, they just want the highest overall, the highest tier. And I want to encourage you guys not to think about that. Number one, because it's going to get you nowhere. Kade is so much better than, let's say, a random diamond point guard, like a diamond Jalen Brunson, right? Kade's going to be better than a diamond Jalen Brunson. Kade's going to be better than that pink diamond Rondo that is your ultimate triple threat offline reward. And Kade is what, 60,000 MT? And so not even that. Kade's like 40,000 MT, I do believe, at this stage. And so that's the thing I want you guys to think about, is who is the best for their specific value. And for his value, Kade is absolutely fantastic. Can knock down shots, make a few plays. The best part about this Kade Cunningham is he's 6'7" with one of the best point guard releases in the entire game. That's why Kade plays for me in my team. He might even be 6'8". I'm not exactly sure what his height is in my team, but the card, absolutely fantastic. At the shooting guard position, Paul George. It took me forever to get to Paul George, because, nobody really thinks about Paul George at this stage in my team. He came out so long ago. Nobody in their right mind is going to be like, oh yeah, let's put Paul George into their lineup. But I did. 49,000 MT for the card. 6'8", good height, makes so many different plays for you. You're going to play great defense, badge-wise good. Again, he came out so long ago that his value isn't that bad anymore. Is he going to lose a lot of value? I don't know. I think he's getting to that end of the stage where, he doesn't even lose value anymore. I'm guessing it's still going to go down. So, obviously, if you have other shooting guards instead of Paul George, run them. But he is fantastic for that price tag. At the shooting guard position, one of your best value shooting guards in the entire game, can knock down shots again, play great defense, and he's not the price of MJ. He's not the price of Kobe. He is just that value guy that you can get and have a ton of success with. At the 3, I'm plugging in Ron Artest. Initially, I had Artest at the 2, and as I was just crunching numbers, crunching things, I was like, you know what? Let's play him at that small forward position. I think he's going to have more success there. Ron Artest still has a great release, still defensively going to beat people up. And if you look at my 1 through 3, everybody is either 6'8", 6'9", or 6'7". And I think that's valuable. We have so much height in that starting unit that, you know what? There's really no mismatches. Sure, Kade might not be the best defender in the game, but he's got enough behind him that he can also make a few plays. And the same thing with my 1 through 3. Everyone in this can get their own bucket. I wouldn't say any of these guys are the primary ball handler that you guys might want, but they can all handle it a little bit. And I think that's valuable, especially if you don't have that guy handling the ball like a Devin Booker per se. At my power forward position, plugging in newly released Bam Adebayo for 126,000 MT. It's tough to beat that value at the power forward position for a guy like Bam. He is going to be on that similar level to a Giannis, to I don't want to even say Chet, because Chet, if you have Chet, obviously plug him in there at the power forward position, but those type of guys. Bam, a little different, not a super high 3-ball. I still think with his release, your guys are going to not have any issues shooting with him, but he has a good release, plays a ton of defense. Bam, my starting power forward. Starting center position, David Robinson. Obviously, if you got Drew in the deal of the day, plug him in there at the point guard position. At this point, it's just too expensive. David Robinson, still for his price. Again, hopefully you guys got him in the deal of the day. My best value center in the entire game. Sure, would I like to plug Embiid in here? Maybe. Would I like, obviously if you have Hakeem or KG, you can plug them in as well. Chet, again, at the center position would be just fine. But D-Rob for his price, still one of the best prices at the center position for what you're getting. I mean, I don't necessarily, recommend buying D-Rob at this point because, again, he's only going to lose value, which is something I don't like. But the card is a stretch big, gonna compete on the interior. There's just no real flaws in D-Rob. Gonna just do so many things at an elite level. Hot rebound chaser, 7-1, decent release. You're gonna be able to knock down shots with it. With this starting unit, you're pretty value. I mean, honestly, you're probably looking at, I don't know, just over 500,000 MT with this starting lineup. Ron Artest isn't cheap. Bam's not cheap. D-Rob's not cheap. But you are getting a lot of talent as well. So really going to have to save up with the bench unit. But in my starting lineup, I'm comfortable with where we're at. Really no complaints here. Moving into the bench unit, 84,000 MT. We're plugging in Diamond Dante DiVincenzo. Now, notice I have both Dante DiVincenzo and Bam Adebayo in my lineup. So what I would recommend, grind that agenda, get a free diamond, and if you pull DiVincenzo or Bam, you're going to save a lot of MT in the long run. DiVincenzo, one of the best primary defenders in the entire game. Do I prefer Drew Holiday to DiVincenzo? Absolutely. Do I prefer Luka? Absolutely. But DiVincenzo is cheaper than both of those guys if you did not get Drew in the deal of the day, and for that, it's tough to beat. DiVincenzo, back up point guard position. At the 2, Amethyst Kobe. And I'm just going to plug his running mate in as well, Ami Shaq. I know a lot of people are probably like, really, Ty? I don't want to run Amis. But again, remember, with the duo, they become diamonds. And I'm one, I do not like running inside bigs. I think you guys at this point probably realize that and know that. But if you have an Amethyst Kobe Bryant who can 300 a little bit, as well as DiVincenzo, I think Shaq can fit right in there. Best part about this Kobe and Shaq duo, number one, you'll get an Ami Kobe for free on Friday if you do log in every single day this week. So you could get him for absolutely free. But another thing I want you guys to think about here is for 40,000 MT, you get a Diamond Shaq and a Diamond Kobe. That's not a bad value at all, because again, if you run them, gotta run them together, they will get a big time boost. At the 3, gonna spend up a little bit on Diamond Kawhi. I still have more trouble when Kawhi Leonard is guarding me than anyone else. I don't know why. His defense is just next level good, and in my team and play now, no matter what it is, Kawhi just gets so bumpy and so gritty. I don't understand how he is so good defensively, but the card is absolutely fantastic. His release is still good. As long as you don't need to dribble too much with Kawhi or play make too much with Kawhi, he is a perfect guy to plug in there. Definitely like Kawhi more at this small forward position than the shooting guard position. So if it's like one between Ron Artest and Kawhi, definitely put Ron Artest at the 2, Kawhi at the 3 if I had a recommendation. Just because Kawhi's release isn't bad, but when it comes down to his movement, it is just not great in my team. Another power forward position, Diamond Paolo Banchero. We're basically maxing out with Kawhi, with Banchero at those small forward and power forward positions because we're definitely saving with the Kobe and a Shaq duo, so we can spend up elsewhere. Look, here's the deal with Paolo Banchero. I mean, it's pretty, I don't even want to say simple, but it really is pretty simple. But Banchero is going to knock down shots. He's going to play good defense. And if you look at Banchero's badges, in my opinion, way better at the power forward position than the small forward position. There's nothing really flashy about Banchero either, and so that's just another thing that you guys need to think about is he's not the most flashy player in the world. You know, he's going to get the job done, do what you need him to do, but it's not like he's going to go out there and drop 40 for you. Like, he's just not. He's going to grab rebounds, do those little things that just kind of add up in the long run. Now, the guy I want to compare him to is Diamond Bron, right? I liked it for Diamond Bron. I think Diamond Bron is absolutely fantastic, but he's not going to stand out. He's not going to be that primary ball handler. You're not going to, make a ton of plays with him. And I think that's who Paolo Banchero is like most similar to, is a LeBron James type of card where, again, going to knock down the open shots, make the right play, but there's nothing about him that's going to, be that eye-opening or pop off the charts. And I think that's okay. If you guys, somebody, even like with Kawhi, the small forward, a power forward position, they don't need to do too much. That's why we got DiVincenzo. That's why we got Kobe to make those extra plays. That's going to wrap it up for our 1 million MT squad builder today, guys. Let me know who I was, too high on or who you guys wouldn't have included and who I should have included. If you want to include that Bron and Wade duo, man, by all means do it. I just am not in love with the Wayne Wade in my team. As always, guys, if you have any reward cards, use them first. Check. Perfect. Fantastic. If you got, even like a unauctionable, let's say Ron or let's say you have an unauctionable Luol Deng, plug him right in here as well. Any of those unauctionable, unsellable players that you guys can use them before anything. Drop a like on the video, guys. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.